for all entries. Another important concept. Let's go and see directly into system. So for all entries, I will show you in another program. Let's suppose you have some data, MATNAR, MTART, MATKL, and using the new OpenSQL so that I don't have to, create the internal table from Mara into table IT underscore Mara. Select MATNAR, then works from Marcy into table at the rate IT underscore Marcy for all entries in. Okay, so what I'm doing here, first I'm fetching the data from the Mara table, the material number, you know, and this Marcy is the table where you have all the plants in which the material has been extended. Here you can see that material and plant combination is the key field in Marcy. So I want to see the plant detail from the Marcy table for those material which is present in the Mara table. Okay. So first I fetch the data from the Mara, then I put into this internal table, and I just want to see the plant information, you know, for the material which is there in IT underscore Mara. So I'm using for all entries. So I'm telling to the system whatever the material is present in IT underscore Mara, just for that material, fetch the material and plant information from the Marcy table. Right? That is what I'm telling for all entries in IT underscore Mara. Okay. So if you want to fetch the material and plant information, you can also use the inner join. Okay. You can also use the inner join. That is also fine. So if you have the HANA database, you can of course use the inner join up to 2 tables, 3 tables like that easily. Okay. So inner join can be used up to 2 tables, 3 tables if you don't have the HANA database. If you don't have the HANA DB. Okay. You can use the inner join up to 2 tables, 3 tables. And then if you further require to fetch the data, you can go with for all entries. It will to fetch the data further. It will improve the performance. It will improve the performance. So in case, you know, if you are on HANA database. So this case, I'm telling in non-HANA DB. For HANA DB, you can use multiple join, because HANA DB is very powerful. You can use the multiple inner join. Okay, you can use multiple inner join. So it supports up to 16 inner join, I believe. This number I need to check, but as I remember, it supports up to 16 inner join. This may be more also, right? But in HANADB, you don't have to bother about the number of inner joins. Okay. So here, for all entries in HANADB, also you can use based upon the situation requirement, you know. But in non-HANA DB, more than 2-3 tables inner join we generally don't use. We don't give more pressure to the DB. What we do, we use the for all entries for the further selection, and we get the data and then we prepare in the loop. I will show you. Okay, so just assume we are here on the non-HANA DB, like Oracle, Max and all. Okay, so I fetch the data from the Mara table and I got the data from the Marcy table, and now I have to prepare the final output. So for final output, you will have to declare the, you know, okay. So structure I declared IT underscore one internal table, IT type table of TS underscore Mara. So this is Mara Marcy, both table fields are there. So I'm just giving TC Mara Marcy, TS Mara Marcy. Okay. And data WA type. So if you want to have the more meaningful name, maybe you can put like this: IT Mara Marcy internal table, and this is the work area. So final result I'm preparing. So loop at IT, underscore Mara underscore Marcy end loop, and you'll have to put the read table operation, right? So loop at IT underscore Mara underscore Marcy into data WA. So I'm putting the loop on this, the biggest number of records. Here actually we'll have to put the loop, because here you will having the more data and we want to prepare the final internal table. So on the second internal table, we are going to put the loop at IT underscore Marcy into data WA, and in this final Matner equals to WA Matner, then what? mtart. Uh, mtart, see, mtart, matkl, these two fields will come from the IT underscore Mara. Okay. Matner and plant will come from, you know, uh, Marcy table. So works information, WA hyphen works, and then you will have to put WA underscore Mara, let me copy, paste here, mtart, and here MATKL. So this information should come from IT underscore Mara. So how you will get the data? You'll have to put the read table IT underscore Mara with key Matner equals to WA hyphen Matner. So for whatever, the material will be coming here. For that material, we are reading the data into this internal table and we are finding out the corresponding, you know, uh, material type. Okay. So we will read into a work area, and from this we will put the uh, data mtart and then w underscore mara hyphen matical. So like that, so you got your this prepare this. So when you are using the for all entries, this extra thing you will have to do on the application server. So you are writing the logic, maximum logic at the application server when you don't have the HANA database. If you have the HANA database, you will be using, as much as inner join. So inner join will not be having any problem. But if you don't have the HANA database, 2, 3 inner join you can use. In this scenario, we can use the inner join. But if you have to use some 4, 5, 6 inner join like that, it is not recommended. We'll have to do like this. Get the data on application server, and then you prepare the loop, and then you perform the operation, because SAP application server is very much capable and fast, you know. So append WA underscore Mara to W that this final, no, this work area you put into this internal table, and this is how we were preparing the data. So now your data will be prepared, and then you display serial demo underscore output display data. So check this one. So what I will do, just in case showing you the simple up to 10 rows, just getting the 10 material, and corresponding to 10 material we are fetching the plant information, and we are preparing the data and displaying the output. Press F8. See here, this material type, material group, this plant, 3, 4, right? So like that, your data is coming over here. All right. So it looks perfectly, the data is coming, correct? The data is coming perfectly. Here, this is the 2 plants. So 2 plant, it's showing you, right? For so like, because data you are not able to see it, correctly, what we will do, we will sort it. Okay. Sort IT underscore Mara underscore Marcy by Matner, and then, it will be easy to understand. So see, now we have sorted it. FG underscore MPS in only one plant, right? This particular material is again in one plant only. This material has been extended into 3 plants, right? So See here. So if you go and check this material in Marcy table, you will be able to see the data into three different plant. Okay, just go and give this and see material, three records should be there. See here, three records you are getting, right? Three, US02, US10, US20, right? US02, US02, US10 and US20 for this. So like that you can see them is we are getting the data correctly. So this is how we will have to prepare. I will show you in the debugger once. Press F8. Put the breakpoint here. Press F8. So Matner, MTAT and MATKL we got into IT underscore Mara, the 10 records, right? 10 records. Then using for all entries, whatever the material is there corresponding to that, the plant detail we got, right? So for those 10 materials, we got this plant detail, right? So now, like I want to prepare the final table in which material, plant, material type, and all should be present. So I'm looping on this IT underscore Mars because it is having the maximum records, right? So I'm putting, we got the Marcy information from this work area, putting here, and then in order to fetch the MTART and material group, I'm reading over here, right? So see here. So come see the same material, it's reading again and again. So you can optimize this particular loop, right? If the same material is there, why to again, you know, uh, read, not required, correct? Reading is not required if the same material is there. So in IT underscore Marcy, actually this 3 is there, then 4, then 3, then 4, correct? 3, 4. So we can optimize that loop, okay? So that you will get the better performance. How you can optimize the loop? I will show you. First you sort, first you have to sort. So let's see here itself if we can sort order by primary key, right? So it's supported, right? Order by primary key. So it will be sorted with Matner and plant. So this is fine. So you got the sorted data. If the same material is there, if WA the previous material is the same as the new material, then we don't have to perform this loop because this material type information is going to remain same. So what you will have to do then in that case, store that material, means you will have to think some logic so that you can optimize. There is a concept called parallel cursor we'll be discussing. So sort of that will have to put the logic so that you will not go unnecessarily and read the same material, right? So that actually I'm trying to get it. So in this LV underscore material, that value will come, uh, but this should be after this. And it's always good practice to use the size bars equals to 0 whenever you are performing the read, the select query. This is always the good practice. So if you write the code here. You can see I'm using, right? Here after this select query, I should write like this. If size bar C equals to 0, then like that we are supposed to write. Okay. Some more prerequisite is there. Very important prerequisite. I will be discussing that. Let me first clear this and then we will come back to the important point of for all entries. Okay. Fine. So see here, what I'm trying to do, if size is equal to 0, then read and then append. So uh, append put at last, right? Okay, do one thing, take this as a assignment, because if I do here it will take another 5 minutes, right? So if you do, you will be able to learn also, and you will be having the practice also. So what actually you have to do, if the same material is here, right, it should not go and hit the read once again, right? It should not, because same material if you're going to read again and again, there is no meaning, right? Already you have the read material in work area, the same you can use, right? So this is what you have to put the logic. You have to check if the same material as previous is already read, then skip this read from here to here. Okay, so this is the logic you'll have to write and you have to share in the WhatsApp group. I will check, and tomorrow also we'll discuss. Okay, so skip if same material is already read.
Pankaj, we can use sorting and delete duplicate adjacent.
No, duplicate adjacent, if you delete, then if you will do, then like that is not good. No, you will lose the plant information, right?
After that, this work area populating, we can, I think.
You just do, and the result should be, verify the result. Just use for 10 records so that you will be able to verify the record. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in your system, please do and share with me tomorrow before the class. Fine. Now the important point we will be discussing about for all entries. See, for all entries, if for somehow, let's suppose in IT underscore Mara, the data is blank, then what you are expecting in IT underscore Marcy, how many records will come? If IT underscore Mara is blank, means there is no material, then in that case, how many material and plant will come in this IT underscore Marcy?
Means 0.
So this is like our general understanding, because there is no data in this, so no record should come. But it does not happen in this way. What happens, that if no records in IT underscore Mara, system fetches all the records from the Marcy table and put into this IT underscore Marcy. So I will show you. Just clear this IT underscore Mara so that you will not be having any record. So I'm just clearing this IT underscore Mara. Just save this one, check the syntax and click on this activate button. So in this case, because there is no record this IT underscore Mara, what you are expecting, there should be no record displayed as output, correct? So if you run, you will see so many records actually. See here. Why? Why it happens? It fetches all the data from the Marcy table when it is blank. Okay. So I will put the breakpoint here and I will show you. So see, in IT underscore Mara currently blank because clear IT Mara I have written here. And if you come here and if you execute, you will see that in IT underscore Marcy, all the records from Marcy will be coming in IT underscore Marcy. See, 3,815 records has come. That's why, that's why whenever you write the for all entry, make sure that you perform the initiality check. That means you have to write this statement, and IT Mara should not be blank, is not initial. So this is very important statement to write. Okay, IT Mara is not initial. So if it is initial, then don't put the select query. Then in IT underscore Mara, you will get the, you know, zero records. If there is no select query, it will be zero, and that is the correct. Sorry, here it will be zero record because no select query will be executed if there is no record in this IT underscore Mara, and you will get the correct result. So if you now execute, you will get the expected result, zero result. You know, so if you run this, it will not go inside this because this condition is not satisfied. Zero records, right? So it will come out from this loop. See, it has come out. And now because here zero, so again from here also it will come out. And in final table, you will be having zero and you will be able to see zero. So this is correct output, the expected output when you are clearing the IT underscore Mara. Okay. And when some record will come, then it comes, then it works perfectly fine. So this is one important point. Another important point, no. So this is like, you can say, very, very important point. This size hours equals to zero. If you don't write, that is fine. That will okay. But you never have to miss this when you use for all entries. Never ever you have to miss. Very, very important. Okay. Very, very important. So this is one. Okay. Another thing, if you are going to select only plant, let's suppose if we're going to select only plant, not the material, then will it be able to give you all the plant? Yes or no? Why? Why it will not give all the plant? When I'm selecting, I'm commented this one. I'm just trying to select plant based upon the material. You know, see, you will get all the plants, but unique plants you will get. You will get the unique plants. So currently, if you observe, your data is coming something like this. Press F8, and if you see after execution, your data is coming. 15 records is coming. You know, 15 records is coming, right? So when you met, when you will, comment the material number, then in that case, what will happen that you will get only the, you know you get only the, how many? Nine value you will get. Unique record only you will get. So whenever you are using for all entries, system always gives you the unique record in, you know in the target internal table, in the internal table in which you are fetching the data. So it is important to give the key field so that you will not be having the loss of data. First, let me show you, and then So press F6. Oh, sorry, I have to comment first, right? Uh, Comment this, activate this. Why error? Yeah, order by primary key, that is fine. So check the syntax here, activate this one and press F8. So this time it will not give you the 15 records because material you have commented, right? So if you press F6 in IT underscore Marsai, you have only 9 records, right? 9 unique records. You can see these are the 9 unique records you will get. Why? Because in the target table, it automatically removes the duplicates. Okay. It automatically removes the duplicates in the target table. So did you understand? So whenever you are fetching the data using for all entries, make sure you give the key. So you give like this. So this is the two things. Another things for all entries IT underscore Mara when you are using, if you write like delete adjacent duplicates from IT underscore Mara comparing all fields. This is also a good practice, this is also a good practice because if you have the duplicate records in this anyway, it has to fetch the data and at last you are going to get the unique records based upon this combination, right? So why to pass the duplicate records in this, right? So these are some important points about the for all entries. So for all entries must perform the initiality check. Very, very important interview question, VVI. In interview, they will ask what is the mandatory check for all entries. So this is the mandatory check. Must perform the initiality check. Means is not equal, is not initial, the one which I have written. Then use the key fields in selection criteria. Otherwise, you may have, otherwise you will have be having the loss of data because it because it removes the duplicate in the because it removes the duplicates in the target table. Okay. Another optional recommendation that remove uh, delete adjacent duplicates from for all entries table. Where condition table, right? Where condition table, that means this table IT underscore Mara table. You remove the adjacent duplicates. Okay. So this is about for all entries, right? So now you can uncomment and you can press F8 and you will be able to see the data. With this, we will stop our today's session and we will meet tomorrow. If you have any query,